Hello my dearly beloved students, and welcome to a new video presented to you from Al Ahram Modern School English Department by Mrs. Jihan Mustafa. This video is the next part from Unit 1 Family Ties from Close-Up B1, and this is the vocabulary part. Now let's have a closer look at some other vocabulary that is related to the theme of the unit, which is family ties. In this part, we're going to learn about some vocabulary words related to family members. Of course, for each family member, we have a word that describes this relation. Number A says, match the definitions with the members of the family. I need you to pause, read all the words, and then try to guess the matching between the name of the family member and the definition. Now let's proceed. Number 1, your mom's mother. Your mom's mother is your grandmother. Well done. 2, your brother's or sister's daughter. Your brother or sister's daughter is your niece. Pay attention because the daughter is different from the son. So the daughter is the niece. Number 3, your uncles and aunts' children. Your uncles and aunts' children are your cousins. Correct, well done. Number 4, your brother or sister's son. Your brother's or sister's son is your nephew. So your brother's or sister's daughter is your niece, while your brother or sister's son is your cousin, nephew. Sorry. Your mother's sister. So the sister of your mother is called your aunt. Well done. Number 6, your father's wife if he marries again. Of course, we don't mean your mom, but if your father marries again, that means you have a stepmother. Yes, stepmother. That's all for these new vocabulary words. Let's move on to the next part, number B. Here I need you to complete the sentences using 2 of the words in each group. You have a sentence and you have 3 words. You're going to choose only 2 and complete the sentence with them, while the third one is extra and you will not need it. The words are, number 1, height, slim, tall. Height is a noun that means the number of centimeters that represent how tall you are, your height. Okay. Slim here is an adjective that says that this person is quite thin. All right. Tall is a person who is quite high in his height. He's not short, he is tall. Again, it's an adjective. Let's read the sentence and answer it by completing the gaps. Peter has always been very space. He was 1.98 meters when he was 14 years old. He's also quite space, even though he eats a lot. In the first part, it says Peter has always been very. After very, of course, we need an adjective. So which one goes here, slim or tall? Because the next part speaks about his height. Yes, 1.98 meters. So the word here is tall. We're speaking about his height. He's also quite space, even though he eats a lot. So if you expect a person who eats a lot, do you expect him to be fat or slim? Of course he should be fat, but here it says even though he eats a lot. So it's something like the opposite, or on the contrary, he's not fat, so he is slim. Here we need an adjective. After quite, we need an adjective. Number 2, Annabelle and Claire have got the same space. They aren't very tall and they are both a bit space. So Annabelle and Claire have got the same weigh, overweight, or build. Weigh here is a verb. The word weigh is a verb. How much do you weigh? How much does your bag weigh? So this is a verb. Overweight is an adjective that describes someone who has a little bit extra weight. and Bill describes your building or bodybuilding. So Annabelle and Claire have got the same build. Yes, we're speaking about their body. They aren't very tall and they are both a bit overweight or weigh. What do you think? Weigh is a verb, so it can't go here. We need an adjective, a bit overweight. Number 3, beard, blonde, straight. A beard is the hair that you or men have or grow on their chins, while blonde means the color, the fair color of some people's hair, and straight is the nature of the hair. I love your son's curly space hair. Mine is very space and dark. So now we're speaking about a hair. Can we put the word beard here? No, we can't, because we're speaking about the hair of the head. So I love your son's curly space hair. Straight hair or blonde hair? Which one do you think? Blonde, yes. Your son's curly blonde hair, because you cannot say curly straight. It's the opposite. How come? Mine is very space and dark. What do you think? Is very straight. So your son's curly blonde hair, while mine is very straight and dark. Number 4, elderly. Elderly means people who are old in age. Okay, middle-aged. Like your mom and dad, middle-aged, like starting from the 30s. They are not very old and they are not very young. And the word young, of course, means people who are young in age. Sunday was boring. We spent it with our space grandparents and our space parents. Which word can describe grandparents? Of course, elderly, right? And which word describes parents? Middle-aged or young? Middle-aged. Well done. Let's move on to the next part. Number 5, hardworking, jealous, generous. My aunt is a very space person. She gives money to people in need. She's also very space and spends lots of time helping at the care center. So when a person gives money to people in need, how can you describe this person? Hardworking? Doesn't make sense. Jealous? No, of course not. This is a good attitude. No, he's not jealous, but he is a generous person. Generous person is the person who gives money to others or the people in need. She's also very space and spends lots of time helping at the care center. So when a person helps others and he spends time to help them, is he jealous? Of course not. He must be hardworking. Well done. Let's move to number 6. Relax, honest, nervous. Relax is when you feel relaxed, you're not tension at all. Honest is when you are true to yourself and you tell the truth. Nervous is when you feel anxious or you are very worried or angry. My cousin Jack is very space. He needs to do more exercise to help him space. So if someone needs to do more exercise, he needs to work on something about himself, do you expect him to be honest? No, of course not, because being honest is a good thing. So my cousin Jack is very relaxed or nervous. Relax is a verb, but here we need an adjective, so he is very nervous. He needs to do more exercise to help him what? Do what? To help him honest or help him relax? Relax, of course, and we need a verb here. Number 7, unkind, easygoing, scruffy. Unkind, of course, is the opposite of kind. Someone who's not kind, he's not good to others. Easygoing is a person that you can get on with. He's not a difficult person to deal with. And scruffy is like shabby or not organized or not decent in appearance. Granddad is very space and fun-loving. He loves to have fun. And he always dresses in space clothes. Do you think we can say here Granddad is very unkind and fun-loving? No, I don't think so. I think we can say he is easygoing and fun-loving. Easygoing, someone you can deal with easily. And he always dresses in unkind clothes or scruffy clothes. Scruffy, not very organized. Okay. Number 8, lazy, clever, reliable. Lazy is a person who does not do much, who likes to lie down and not do many activities, not an active person. Clever is someone who's really good about what he does or in what he does. And reliable is a person who you can rely on. Let's say that I can rely on my son for doing his homework. That means he can do it alone. He can complete the mission or the task alone. The sentence says, Jack isn't very space. If you ask him to do something, he forgets. So he is not very what? Not very lazy or not very clever or not very reliable. Let's see. He's very space, though, and does very well at school. So here we have two contradicting parts of the sentence. This person, Jack, if you ask him to do something, he forgets. So does this mean that he is not very clever or reliable? Reliable, of course. You cannot rely on him when you ask him to do something. He is very space, though, and does very well at school. That means he is lazy or clever? He is clever. He is not reliable, but still he is clever. Exercise C introduces you to more exercise or more practice on the same vocabulary. It says complete the text with these words: young, kind, easygoing, height, elderly, hardworking, nervous, and way. Young is an adjective that describes your age. You are young in age, that means you're not old. Kind, when a person is good to others. Easygoing, as I said, a person that you can deal with easily. He's not a difficult or tough person. Height is your height or how tall you are, and we calculate this by meters and centimeters. Elderly is your age. If you are old in age, we say you are elderly person. Hardworking, a person who works very hard. Nervous is when you feel tense or anxious or angry about something. Weigh is a verb that means how much you weigh, your number of kilos. Let's read the passage and then find out how can we complete it. Elephants, animals of higher intelligence. The passage speaks about elephants, as you can see in the picture, and it says that elephants are animals of higher intelligence. They are intelligent animals. Let's find out why and how. Elephants are interesting animals because they are very sociable and family is important to them. Sociable, that means they relate to each other. They don't live alone, they live in groups and they relate to each other as a small society. They can grow to a space of over 3 meters. Meters, so that means we're speaking about the height or weight. Which one do you think? Yes, of course, the height. Of over 3 meters, and usually space about 3,800 kilos. Kilos, so that means we are speaking about their weight. So usually weigh. Yes, the verb here is weigh. Normally they are quite relaxed and space animals. They are relaxed and what? Which word goes here? Hardworking? Nervous? No. Easygoing, yes. They are relaxed and easygoing animals. But sometimes they can get space when they are looking after space elephants. They can get what? Get young? Get kind? No, doesn't seem like the right word. Get hardworking? Get elderly? No, they can get nervous. The word here is nervous when they are looking after space elephants. After elderly elephants or young elephants, which they think? Elderly elephants, yes, because they can be endangered. They are also quite clever and space and slow down and help feed space or ill members of family group. They are also quite clever and hardworking, or kind. Which one is better here? And kind. They are clever and kind. Why kind? Because they slow down and help feed space or ill members of a family group. Space or ill members. So which one do you think? Young and ill members. If they have young elephants, or if they have ill members of the family, they help them and they feed them. These qualities and the fact that they are so strong and space is why people want to protect them and the land they live on for the future, because they are kind, they are easygoing, they are relaxing, they are clever, they are smart. That's why people want to protect them. So what's the missing word here? Number 8, hardworking. Very well done. Thank you so much for your effort. That's all for this part. I need you to have this question in mind and think about it for next time. Is family important to you? Why and why not? Tell me. Do you think young people can learn things from elderly members of their family? Again, why and why not? If you have a grandmother or a granddaughter, or even the father of your grandfather, do you think you can learn things from him? Why or why not? Thank you so much. That's all for now. See you next time. Best of luck.